This is the third so-called bailout or rescue program that has been approved by the Greek parliaments. The two others were in 2010 and 2012. Each time, every approval of those memorandum led to a major political crisis and to the fall of those political forces who had decided to pass it. So this means that democracy is not working properly in this country. And just to mention you one example, a few days ago, the Greek parliament voted after only 1 day of debate, a 1,000-page long document, which was a single bill included in the preliminary conditions for the agreement that has been signed. Sure. One single day of debate for discussing, supposedly, a 1,000 pages long deal. This is a caricature. This is a denial of democracy.
Okay, can I ask you, if... Okay, let's just pick up this point of democracy. Syriza won the elections earlier this year with 36% of the vote. Vast majority of people in Greece did not vote for Syriza. Of course, it got the largest share of the votes. So, is it democracy that you have 36% of the vote in the country? Is that a mandate whatever to be done?
Why don't you say... look, Mr. Samaras won the 2002 elections with 29% of the vote. 36% is a pretty standard percentage, and if I'm not wrong, how much did Mr. Cameron and the Tory party get in the British elections?
Listen, I didn't say that. I was just asking you because you cited.
So parliamentary democracy works that way, and Syriza has won the elections respecting the rules of parliamentary democracy.
I went back. I said to you,
and Syriza has been constantly prevented from an alliance of all the European powers to implement its program from the outset. And the only mistake, and it is a very serious one, of course, that the government and Alexis Tsipras made, according to my opinion, is that they were not sufficiently prepared, actually, to oppose that pressure and to put forward their own program.
Okay, so what are you going to do now? You are a member of that hardline left faction in Syriza. You're a member of the Central Committee of Syriza, about 200 members. There is the left wing called Left Platform, of which you are a member, yes, and there are reports in the press that you have been hatching a plot to return Greece to the drachma. In mid-July, there was a meeting at a hotel in Athens. Yes. Were you at that meeting?
Right. So, look, first of all, I wasn't at any meeting where such things were discussed, if you mean the kind of governmental or, inner circle meetings. That's one thing. Second thing, we are not a hard line, I don't know how you call it, faction within the party. A majority of the Central Committee of the party, has signed a joint statement saying that we do not accept this agreement. We call the government actually to revise its decision, and we are calling for the Central Committee to convene. That's one thing. The second thing is that there is currently a media hysteria, both in Greece and outside the country, of people trying to present as, plotters and as kind of, an obscure and almost criminal thing, those who put forward alternative proposals, because there were alternatives. It's not true what is being said now that, there was absolutely no alternative that signing up this third memorandum. And so it's no coincidence if Mr. Varoufakis, Mr. Lafazanis, and other leading figures of the party and of the government are now stigmatized very heavily by the media.
I wasn't doing that. Okay.
Precisely because they put forward these proposals.